Good day, everyone. This video presentation is group collaboration in compliance in our Edman 201 subject, Program Development, Management, and Evaluation. Program design includes development of major programmatic efforts, activities, and services to be implemented and a work plan of the project, specific objectives, and key action steps. Before implementing program activities, you need an action plan, which is the summary of what you and others will do to achieve your objectives. It includes major educational efforts and activities on state and local levels to help change the situation you describe in your needs assessment and to achieve the desired results or impact. Program design, the roadmap of your intervention plan. It provides a description of your proposed intervention, a mechanism to tie process and outcome objectives to your program design. Intervention action timelines, identification of needed collaborations or partnerships, your plan for collaboration, your evaluation plan, a staffing and training plan, and your proposed budget. Scope of work. Exhibits consisting of process and outcome objectives, a staffing plan, an evaluation plan, and a collaboration management plan, and organizational capability. Include a work plan with project, specific objectives, and key action steps that are specific and measurable. The work plan should include a problem statement, goals, objectives for each goal, key action steps for each objective, the people responsible for each action step, target completion dates, methods for evaluating each objective. In designing projects, use the following checklist to make sure your program describes educational methods, actions, events, and activities, relates events, activities to objectives and desired changes in clientele behavior, includes innovative, stimulating, and varied techniques, provides opportunities for clientele to practice and use what they learn, suits the participation and learning style of the target clientele, reflects logical, sequential connections between events, each one building on another, identifies the various responsibilities of staff members, commits necessary resources and supports cooperation, connects to other major programs and takes advantage of existing planned events, includes plans for marketing and promoting the program, provides opportunities for continual feedback as well as for evaluation and key points, is cost-effective. Outcome objectives, an important program development component where you determine, number 1, the behavior changes targeted by the intervention. Number 2, the number of individuals with behavior change in the desired direction. Number 3, how you will measure this change. Number 4, the timeliness for the behavioral change. And number 5, who will be responsible for achieving the objective.
This plan provides a description of your proposed intervention, a mechanism to tie process and objectives to your program design, intervention activities timelines, identification of needed collaborations or partnerships, the plan for collaboration, the evaluation plan, staffing and training plan, and the proposed budget. These tools provide the foundation for the essential components of your proposed program.
Design objective. What is a shorthand description name for your intervention? Describe your intervention. How long will each intervention last? Where do you intend to offer the intervention? How will you document that you have completed the intervention? Will this intervention lead participants to utilize services at any other organization? Which ones? What is the methodology and theory behind this intervention? What barriers, price, or negative politics will this intervention overcome? What product benefits will this intervention promote? Process objective. How many times will this intervention occur in one grant year? When will you begin offering this intervention? When will you complete this intervention? How many members of your target audience do you intend to have attend each intervention? How many participants in total do you intend to have participate in your intervention in 1 year? Who will be responsible for achieving this objective? Give their name and job title. How will you document participation in this intervention? Outcome objective. What behavioral change is the goal of the intervention? What about the behavior do you intend to change? For example, the number of people engaging in this behavior, the frequency that an individual engages in this behavior. How many people who participated in your intervention and then engaged in the desired behavioral change would it take for the outcome objective to be successful? Give numbers or percentage of total. How will you measure this change? What evaluation tools will you use? Against that baseline will you measure your success? When will you complete these outcome objectives? Who will be responsible for achieving this objective?
It is important to understand the nature and extent of possible collaborations among service providers. Coordinating partners should first complete the Agency Capability Assessment Questionnaire. This information should be provided to your grant writer. You will also need to draw up a Memorandum of Understanding or agreement of the actual grant application before you begin the collaboration.
Components. Who is involved in collaboration and where it occurs? Barriers. What stands in the way of effective collaboration? Strategies. How collaboration occurs. Outcomes. Why we collaborate.
Collaboration means to work with another person or group in order to achieve or do something. So yes, business is all about collaboration. Time and resource management, informed assessment and decision making, buy-in or team building, systems level change, service provision and reinforcement, promotes job satisfaction, improves academic outcomes.
An evaluation plan sets out the proposed details of an evaluation. What will be evaluated, how and when. The evaluation plan should include information about what the evaluation is trying to do, what is to be evaluated, the purposes of the evaluation and key evaluation questions, and how it will be done. what data will be collected, how and when, how data will be analyzed, and how when the results will be reported. Evaluation is a process that critically examines a program. It involves collecting and analyzing information about a program activities, characteristics, and outcomes. Its purpose is to make judgments about a program, to improve its effectiveness, and to inform programming decisions. When developing your staffing plan, be specific about who is going to be in charge of each part of the program you have designed. You should break down the program into clear elements. Figure out how much time each step will take and how much staff time you will need to get it running. You should create job titles and description and detail each person's responsibility for every element of the program. This is also the time to start thinking about what skills are needed in each job to make it successful. You can also use information about skills and experience in the program planning process to anticipate training needs based on candidates' experience or lack thereof. Training will probably cost money and certainly take some time. You should factor this into your program's timeline and budget. This includes people currently on staff who are going to be working on the program and people who are going to be hired. All staff responsible for parts of a program should be included in a program plan and a grant proposal. What is the job title for this position? If he or she is already on staff or any candidate has already been identified, fill in his or her name and attach resume. If it's a staff position, is it full-time, three-quarter time, half-time, other? If a consultant, how many hours work will be needed? When will the consultant be involved in a program? Give an answer in month or contact year quarters. If it's a staff position, what is her annual salary? Briefly describe this person's role in the program and the amount of time per week she devoted to the task. What will be his or her primary responsibilities? With whom will she be working? Will she supervise anyone? Will she be responsible for any part of the coordinating and collaborating relationships? What role should she play in the evaluating the program? What qualifications are required or preferred for this hire? What types of training will the new staff member need to succeed in this position? When you create an intervention activities, plan and develop program objectives. You generate many numbers, such as the amount of time needed for a workshop, the number of people you need to hire, how many people you expect to reach. Ask someone in the finance department to calculate the cost of each of the steps and requirements is a basis for creating a budget. The budget document will be used in grant applications. It's also a good idea to create a couple of different program scenarios at different levels of funding, so you'll be prepared if you don't get all the funding you apply for. You also have more options if you have to apply to several funding sources to amass enough to create your program. Don't wait until after you've completed the plan and sold everyone on it to discover there's no way that you can reasonably do it or it doesn't fit the grant proposal. And determining your budget, You will have to take into consideration the cost of program staff, consultant, intervention operations, and program capital cost. The worksheets below provide simple and easy-to-follow tables to help you determine cost allocations per projected expenses. The major components of your budget: personnel cost, intervention operating cost, program capital cost, and site and facilities cost.